Okay, ladies, let's talk blush. So, I've done my face for the most part. I've done my eyes. My wings aren't even. Don't worry about that, they never are. And my face is looking a little flat. It's looking a little one-dimensional. So, here's where blush comes in. And then I'll show you how to add the bronzer to that and how they work together really well. So, like I said, I am going to be using the Moodstruck Mineral Pressed Blusher in Sweet. This is probably the most neutral tone that's going to look good in everyone. I'm also going to be using my blusher brush. It has a nice little angle to it, which works really well to get in what you want. It's not a real big brush, just so you can see the comparison. Here's the powder puff brush. There's the blusher brush. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my blush. This stuff, like I've said it a million times before, is minerals. It is super, super, super pigmented. One little tap on there. Start there. If you need to build more, you build more. You're always going to want to start your blush where you want your most pigment. I like my most pigment about here on the apple of my cheek. You can start lower, you can start higher. It's going to depend on your face shape. And then you just are gonna blend down. Okay, so let's see if we can get me in a little bit more even lighting. Let's shut this window a little bit. Okay, so do you see how that already gives my face some more dimension and shape to it? I'm not looking as flat and round as I am on this side. Magic, right? Okay, so now let's do the other side. Again, just one little press on there. It helps to go in a circular motion so that you don't get a harsh line. Okay, so there's my blush. Oh, I've got a stray hair. I'm going to add a little bit more up here. I like more of the color up by my ears a little bit. But that's why it's always better to start with a little bit and add. Now, my trick is if you do go overboard, if you accidentally put it on way too heavy, that's where you come in with your pressed powder. You can see how much I use mine. The little like center of it fell out. It's like its belly button fell out. Go in with your pressed powder and blend it back out. So now let's add bronzer to it and see how that looks. I use the lightest color in bronzer, which is Sunset. That's what they showed you in that video before, where she did the bronzer on her lips and on her eyelids. So she used a couple different shades, I think, but our bronzers are really great. They have a shimmery side and a matte side. I'm actually just going to swipe in the middle and get a little bit of both. So again, I wiped the blush off of my blusher brush. I'm going to go in, pick up some color off of both. Not much, again. And then you're going to want to put this in the hollows of your cheeks right under your blush. So it makes it easier to know where to put it if you suck in your cheeks. And see right in there. So I'm going to take that. Our bronzers don't have mirrors on them. So, you know, if you are needing a mirror, make sure that you have another, use your blush mirror or something to help with that. So and if you see there, it's now defined my cheek even more. My cheek goes in here. If you look here, I look like I have this kind of shape to my cheek, and it comes in and goes back out, and here I'm just round. Go back in with some bronzer on the other side now. And again, if you get too much, you go back in with your blush and even it all out. Now, I like to make sure that I have bronzer all around my face, just so that I don't look a little strange just here. So I like to add a little bit, help contour my forehead a little bit. My family calls it my 5 head because it's bigger than 4. Isn't that sweet of them? and it's definitely adding color to my face. And then I like to take, again, just one thing on there and bring it under my jawline. It's going to help define my jaw a little bit. I do bring it a little bit behind my ear so that you don't have a harsh line right there. So if you look, see, my jaw's more defined here. And on this side, you can see my double chin better. So we'll go back under there. And then if you feel like, that it's not blended well, you can go back in with your blusher brush, or I'm sorry, your powder puff brush. Blend it all out a little bit. And there you go. Your face has color. It has dimension. You're not flat and looking washed out, and you're ready to go.